Hello there, and welcome back to some. Oh, Jesus Christ, the mic's gone off the stand again! No! Help! One day, I swear, I'll have a stream where everything goes right and I don't cock anything up. Where was I? Oh, right, the start. I almost went into Japanese there. I don't know why. I guess I'm getting used to doing presentations for them. I am doing Crash Team Racing Part 2 today. To do just the elephant in the room. Previous episode of Digimon World, the screen was slightly askewed. OBS does this thing sometimes where it just fucks up my life and everything that I've previously set for no reason. I've not changed anything, and now everything is completely tits up, so I'm gonna have to fix this after that fact. I thought it was only the gameplay capture screen at first, but then when I did the intro slide I noticed everything was skew with there as well. So I'm going to, I don't even dare click on the BRB or outro slides because I know they're going to be cocked up as well. Excuse me, so we'll look forward to that in the end. Yeah, I don't know why it does it. It's fucking annoying though, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was just a gameplay catcher's game. I eventually got that fixed after trial and error. And then I have to resize the intro and slide and whatnot, so I guess you get to see the full artwork after or before it's rescaled. But as they say in Japan, shikatanai. It can't be helped. Let's just continue on. The one thing I was going to try and do with this gameplay session was be a bit more enthusiastic, which is a bit more difficult considering when shit cocks up, it's hard to be energetic and enthusiastic. But yeah, this is World 2, and this is Coco's level. It's Coco's Park. And I missed the ramp. I didn't get any feedback regarding the how I progress, whether it be the organize your thoughts and then speak, Jesus, regarding whether or not I do the whole world first or all of the worlds and then go back and do all the completion challenges. So I'm just going to stick with what I've been doing for now and see how this goes. At least I'm getting slightly better at multitasking when it comes to gameplay anyway. You could tell in the past few attempts when I've been trying to do gameplay that the gameplay tends to suffer when I get to commentary and trying to focus on that. But unfortunately, I think I've just overcompensated in the wrong way, and now the gameplay is slightly better at the cost of the commentary, which wasn't that strong to begin with anyway. Just checking on the capture, everything looks good, the internet looks good, so at least that's something. And we're just gonna absolutely storm into an emphatic lead. So yeah, just blitzing through these. As the title indicated, this has got one of my least favourite levels in. And I think that's coming up. I don't know if it's the next level or level afterwards. If it's on the left here, then it is. No, I think next up it might be Dingo Dow's level, I want to say. Or it could even be Poola's level. It's going to be Tiger Temple, which is Pur's level. Previously I mentioned something about usefulness of items being able to go forward and backwards. So there's a secret passage in this which is unlocked by launching a projectile at it, which means that you are in a better position if you have the potions rather than the TNT items. And I'll see if I can pull that off, but it will depend on a bit of RNG and luck. As you can see, I'm just trying to get as much air as possible. Tiny, you son of a bitch. Okay, we're not going to see it this map. It's on the left there, for those curious. If I don't get to see it, you basically launch anything at that head and it will open up and it will come out just there. If you kind of saw like a little opening with like a bit of warmth, and that's it. Those heads are featured in Crash 2 on the Road to Ruin type levels. And I don't know if you spin out if you get hit by them. You certainly lose your Wumpa Fruit and you lose a bit of speed. So you want to avoid them when you can. And it doesn't help that they're kind of in a good racing, like where you want to be for a good racing line. Anyhow, here we go. Just going to launch that there. And you cut out quite a bit of the turn there. It's on the map. You can kind of. I didn't notice that before. It's on the bottom right. You can see the actual shortcut represented there, which I guess would have given people a tip to finding it if they knew nothing about the game itself or had access to the internet or a game magazine, which I suppose was more likely at the time when this came out. That's how my cousin learned of all the tips that they knew when they were playing, because, well, they're a bit older than me and internet wasn't too common back in the day. Shocker, I know. For science! Okay, you do spin out. I was having a comfortable enough lead, but that was an acceptable strategy, I feel. So you do spin out, so you want to avoid that whenever you can. Reposition my legs slightly. I'm just so annoyed about this OBS changing. Okay, so now that we've done 2 levels here, we unlock the 3rd of World 2. And I believe it's Papu Pyramid. Papu's Pyramid. This is my least favourite level in the entire game. And you'll be able to see why in a few seconds. Well, you'll be able to see the part that I least like anyway. You might like it. I personally can't stand it. So basically we have an ascension type thing going on here, and you have to climb the pyramid, which might be alright for certain games, but when you're in a karting game and you don't like doing corners which reduce your speed, it's not ideal. That's a shortcut there, which is necessary to get one of the letters in CTR challenges. There's also a skip which speedrunners use. It's quite a nefarious one, which involves biting that wall on my right and basically skipping the final, I want to say 5th of the map. It's fairly difficult to pull off, especially after not practicing for a while. In fact, the shortcut that I just took previously, the one for the CTR thing, the one that's coming up here, I find it incredibly difficult to get started. You also have to go up there for a letter as well. The piranha plants, just like in previous Crash games, they'll eat you if you get too close, and the range of them is, I think you can get over certain parts of where the ground is a bit discoloured, But if you venture into that area, you're kind of fucked. It'll eat you, and then you have to wait for it to digest you. And I think after that, Akuraku respawns you on the map. Yeah, that's what I don't like about that. Even though you can like kind of navigate it well, you hit the wall and you just lose all of your speed, which is not good, especially when you're fighting the boss. Another gameplay tip I'm gonna post here, or say here rather, is occasionally when I'm going over difficult jumps, you're gonna, it depends on if you can hear my controller or not, you'll hear me double tap. That is partly due to the fact it's an old controller and you'll see the controller disconnected sign appearing a lot, and I want to make sure that it gets an input. So if it misses the first input, it'll read the second, sort of thing. It's something that I've picked up from fighting games, and when it's done in fighting games, it's kind of a case of, excuse me, like how to express this. When you've got tight links and stuff, you can kind of, if you know the general area, if you know the general area of where the link is or the timing of it, certain situations are going to be like, sometimes you'll hit the link early and the move won't come out, sometimes you'll hit it late and the move will come out, but it'll put you in a position to get punished. So some people like double tap, trying to hit the kind of like a sweet spot where you get the best of both worlds, and like hopefully that will overlap and you'll get the input. It's not a move that I'll use in fighting games. I mean, I use it for this because it's I feel it's useful, and it does have its place in fighting games as well, but I prefer, I do like the satisfaction of being able to hit the links, but for stuff like SF4 where the link window is a lot tighter, I'll use what's it called, plinging, which is priority linking, but that's probably not the best thing to try and explain on a kart racing video game. Maybe when the next Street Fighter game comes out a bit closer to time, I'll explain that sort of mechanics. Speaking of, saw a bit more gameplay footage of said Street Fighter 6. It's looking okay, the animations are looking crisp. The UI, however, and some of the new mechanics, I'm not sure on at the moment. I don't know if it's because it's still in like alpha/beta, and hopefully it's going to get worked on. I think that's the weakest part of the game at the moment anyway. So coming up to the end here, just avoid the armadillo that you'll also find in Crash 2, especially the Crash 2 area, this and World 2. Although funnily enough, the boss is not featured in Crash 2. I'm trying to think, actually everyone so far, like the levels have been Crash 2 based, because Coco was introduced in Crash 2. Actually no, Pooh was introduced in Crash 3. So I wish there was the subtitles for other boss characters because the dialogue's a bit low in this, but other than, of course, the Whipper who's got dialogue boxes. But this is Papu Papu, and he was the first boss in Crash 1 if I recall. And this is my least favourite race/fight in the game. Like Whipperoo, or even, he has like mine-based gameplay, and he's got a very high acceleration, so it's quite hard to clutch out a victory in this. Double tap just to be sure. Can't believe I missed that box. Yeah, you'll see him just absolutely flying over some of these straights. So you really want to make most of your slides, which just really isn't possible when it's coming to these corners. I got quite fortunate there. There were some occasions where I'll try and beat this by going for that shortcut straight in the first round and then just trying to outslide him, but like I say, it's very inconsistent that I can get that even with the Aku Aku mask. You can see he's just constantly on my tail, which was not the case for Ripperoo. And forgot to mention, I was very much expecting a reset of this. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. It's also kind of annoying that he's going to be taking a line that you want to take, and because he's got mines. Yeah, it's not good. I was quite fortunate to get the blue bubble there, so get a nice W on the first try. Quite happy about that, considering after the initial part 1, which became part 0 on account of certain difficulties, I did do some practice for this, and it took me about 3 or 4 times to beat Papu Papu. Oh, look at him, he's sad.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for be so small. Here is key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
So yeah, boss just gets access to us. I don't know if I should go in order and go for Cocoa Park maybe. Yeah, man came up with the excuse, didn't have a big enough breakfast. I say, to all the people who say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, I say fuck them. The first meal you have of the day is the most important meal of the day. And that's because some people don't get up at breakfast. Some people have night shifts and they get up at night. So in their case, would it become breakfast or is it dinner? Like, what constitutes a meal? So that sees in an awkward position. I should have probably maybe gone for that at the start, but I completely forgot it was there. Completely forgotten where the letters are in this. I think one's on the outside of this tunnel. Yeah, there's the T. And as for the R, there it is on the left. Have to get out of my way for this. I think that requires a jump. I don't know if you can maybe get away with just driving over, like reduced speed. That's why that's an awkward one. Gonna have to build up my speed again. And I can't believe Pua didn't actually go into that nitro. I mean, it was kind of skirting the edge, but don't know what happened to that missile. Blooming heck. Okay, this is awkward, to say the least. I'm thankful that I actually got into that box. I was half expecting. Oh, someone's taking the piss here. I'm gonna have to go God mode. Not actually activate God mode. I took away my... I looked away for a second. And just narrowly avoided. Maybe wasn't the best use of that NOS, but I did it. The awkward thing about TNTs, if you use them on someone directly behind you and they don't shake it off, you've got a... This is going to be awkwardly close. You've got a big chance of them blowing up, and because of the blast radius, you will actually get blown up with them, so be slightly cautious. I don't know if it's the same deal with the nitro. I haven't been in a situation where that's happened. And I don't really want to test it, but it's a possibility. I'll say that. I'll say that much. I can say that with a bit of confidence, given it's based on the same item. So yeah, moving on to the relic for this level. And I'm just thinking now, given the how I'm doing this and like doing all of the world, but like just getting the one relic at the time. Jesus, I'm missing all these boxes. See, like some of these boxes are just in horrendous positions. Okay, those require you to go airborne. What I was thinking was, because I'm just going for this just to get a relic rather than the platinums each time I run through, and then saving the platinums for the end if I don't get them. What I intend to do is just, he says driving into a wall, try and get a good time, get the sapphire and or the guild. And so I won't be like going for the I said I won't be going for all the boxes, as he says when he was trying to go for all the boxes. And even now I continue to eat shit and eat my own words. That's the bad thing about the boxes, is like you'll see me just like making sure I'm not going too far out the way, trying to edit my race line, which I really don't like doing. Doom 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 doom. Yeah, it's going to be annoying if you're going for the big box challenge. Also, I've just realized that like a tip that you can use is when you're trying to set these records, go for the, when you get into the end of your lap, go for the bigger numbers first. I'm gonna have to reset this card. I can safely say that that memory card's older than most people that will end up watching this video, if and when this gains traction. But yeah, go for the larger numbers in the earlier rounds, because as you saw then, oh, I don't need a restart. I got the pause, but because it was 3 seconds and there was less than like a second left to go in the whole entire race, I didn't get the benefit of getting the 3-second time box. So when you can, just go for the bigger numbers first, I suppose. I'm sure there's like a better / correct order to be doing these in. I'm as referring to the boxes, that is. We'll save Dingo Canyon for later. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do the Rampage Ruins level. I think this is going to be another crystal one, if I recall. It should all be crystals for these bonus levels. Yeah, so we've got an additional problem to deal with this time, and that is that these crystals are being guarded by TNT. And so I suppose you've got the option here of deciding whether or not you want to just take the TNT damage and like hop them off. I don't know if the TNTs respawn or not, like the other boxes will. That might be worth finding out, actually. That was a horrendous waste of a NOS. Ah. Okay, this is probably going to require a rerun. And that's what I mean about being careful when you TNT hop. Because as you can see, I kind of cocked that up. Oh dear, this is inputs, man. And then when you get to the end, it'll just cut your controls and you drive into whatever direction you were going in. As I previously mentioned, there's probably an efficient way to do this, which maximizes everything, but you'll get it done in a good time, but I don't know what it is, so if I knew what it was, I'd probably do it. Just kind of similar to the what you might call it, the Digimon Monochromon shop RNG, which I will be incorporating in further playthroughs for the rest of my life now that I know it can work on any save file given its parameters. Going slightly better this time. Touch wood. He says not touching wood. No, actually, I've just hit my arm off my desk, just making sure I can touch wood. You might be able. I think you'll be able to get that on without using the NOS. Now, where are these last ones? Jesus, way to choke. Okay, that's interesting to know. That's an area that I would have been searching for to get these things. Obviously my original route's not working out, so what I'm going to do is repeat the start exactly. The textbook definition of insanity. Let's see. Okay, that's good to know that I can just drive off that. Okay, that's a thing. This time we'll get the NOS, drop down. Now I thought that was there to block a crystal, but God, that's fucking useless. Yeah, I guess if anything, this is a tip. Learn the map before you go for these sort of things. It'll help you immensely. This is, I mean, I remember the first level well enough, but as you can see, it's not something I'm familiar with so much on this one. That was not a sentence, I apologize for my programmer. And I've cocked that up. I'm just going to ahead and restart. What I would have needed to do was go to the jump one first. Because if I went for the other one, I realised that I was not going to get the jump. Which kind of bamboozled me. You've been bamboozled. I suppose I might need to drive a bit more aggressively as well. That's another thing I might need to research, is that when I was just idling, like trying to get my settings sorted again, there was a moment where I was watching a demo and it was Polar, just a random character doing the random demo scene at the start, and they managed to get rid of a TNT in a very short amount of time, without like 2 hops maybe, and I don't know if that was because it was a demo or there's a technique that I'm missing, like it's not actually the physical hop that does it, but like just doing the hop action. And I was just trying it there because I know I'd fucked up, and it doesn't appear to be that case, so I don't know if it was just a demo cocking. Wait a... Jesus, that was pathetic. Okay, so I feel this is a strong opener. If anything, what I need to do is play a bit more aggressive. Maybe use the brakes a bit less. Get back here. That was horrendous. Oh yeah, that's another mechanic. If you drive into a TNT whilst you've got a T on your head, you will explode. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little research because I was bad. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing where you have balancing offensive driving with precision is gonna be necessarily on these higher levels. I do feel like the hitboxes as well could be a bit more lenient for these crystals. I also felt that TNT went off a bit earlier than it should have. I don't know if that's just me being frustrated. Frustration, it's such a terrible shame. I also need to remember if I feel there was a instance where the TNT, when it goes off your head, like, because you see it go directly up, I don't know if you, like, if you're staying in place, that it will go back down in your head. I want to feel like that's happened to me before, but I don't know if that's just a fever dream or not. I've gone into the gamer zone. A zone where you talk less but focus more. No, I saw it. Where's this last one now? I see you. I see you, baby. Yeah, boy. I apologize for my yeah, boy. It was unnecessarily. It was just unnecessary and lame. So, yeah, I apologize for putting people through that. Not that anyone's really watching at the moment, I can't see the viewer status. Chat's empty, so I'm just going off chat being empty at the moment. Leave it, you slag! CTR challenge. I don't know if... I want to say that there's a token in the secret passage area, which might mean that might have been the reasons why I eventually found the passage in the first place, because it was something like of me scouring the map trying to find this letter. Everybody crispy. I feel like you might be able to see the letter in a second coming out of here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, just narrowly missed it. Yeah, so the intended way is to go through the secret passage there. I've just kind of cocked myself up to get in that box unless someone triggers it this map. Just remembered about the T positioning at the last second there. And that was a cock-up resulting from my want to have a good racing line and my desire to get the box. Here we go. Okay, well that was awkward. I'm probably going to save this just so I can ensure that I get through the passage. And if I don't get the letter at the end of said passage this time round, I'm probably going to just reset on the spot. There's also like a fine line of when to like use those like hills to boost and when not to boost, because I feel that you're going to be losing some sort of speed and momentum. Because I mean, I guess, I don't know if it's a mechanic or not, but it doesn't seem like you're going to be accelerating if your wheels aren't getting any traction. You're just soaring through the air at the speed that you were going at previously. Which, if it was max speed, that might be okay, but I don't know. I suppose drag would slow you down in the air. I don't know, I think I'm probably overthinking that. This game came out in 1999 after all. Reverse back in. The relic vase. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Whoa! Not a good start. See what I mean about having racing lines? Look at that timing. Oh yeah, this is how you find out about it. Because obviously you can't have items during the relic race. They leave the door open. Guess someone forgot the keys. You remember that this is on the right here. Jump. I don't know if you can get more than one off that. If you go off at an angle, maybe. Again, I'm not. It's not like I'm going for all the boxes. I'm just like loosely going for them. Bloody hell, that was awful. Oh dear, it's all over the place. No! Whoa! Let's see if we can't make a decent attempt at these Never mind. Foot in mouth. Might as well get that free because I cocked up that. There's a lot of frees going on, huh? Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, so, I mean, other than today and the previous cock-ups, stream sales will seems to be going okay so far, having a decent amount of fun with it. That's probably owing to the games though, like I do like playing these games. And it's actually enjoying it so much to the point where I've actually started an additional Digimon playthrough just for me. Who the fuck is Speedy? Imagine being poor Polar, being beaten by Polar on your own level. Deary me. That's gotta be a kick in the balls. I don't know if they're like randomly generated or they're like set times and they're always going to be the same character or not. Who was next? It was Dingo Doyle. Sounded more like he was from fucking EastEnders than he was from Australia there. I'm sorry, like as I've probably mentioned before, my accents tend to wander sometimes by a couple thousand miles or so. Oh, good day, mate. My name's Dingo Dial. I'll be buttering your toast today. See, that one sounded... ironically, I was making that, trying to make that one sound a bit more South African, but it just came out like a non-existent language / accent. I'm surprised that's not got anyone yet. I'm gonna get hit by an armadillo. Yep. Thanks, Cortex. Thanks a bunch. Right, is now I also believe there's a letter coming off his ramp here at a funny angle. Again, like the line between getting a good line and getting what you want, or what the game wants you to get, is it's a difficult one to manage. And given that I was in 4th, I was not expecting a nitro there. I honestly thought I was going to be on the right side of that. Not the actual, excuse me, not the actual right side, but the you can get a boost off that. Oh dear, it's not going well at all. I never have this much trouble during the CTR races. Here we go, this might get me back in. Should have maybe waited to get the box to activate Aku Aku though. Aha! I was quite concerned that I was gonna push Coco into the box, thus giving her potential comeback ability, but it was not to be. Another successful first try CTR token. Excellent. Sir, don't you think we should do the relic next? Peace Boss Smithers. The Japanese! Oh, what was that line? There's a Mr. Burns. Oh, it's Mr. Burns' father. But as a line that every time I hear it, it absolutely sends me. Sandal wearing goldfish tenders or something. it's one of those things where it's racist, but it's not like I was gonna say racist, but not racist. I mean, it kind of is, but it's like a non-insult. Focus. Okay, focus maybe a bit more. Cheeky buggers. Wanna vote again? That was necessary. I'm getting that now because I feel like I can get the box limit. That was poorly managed. I apologize dearly. Final lap. Nothing down here. I think I'm actually gonna need to get the box thing to actually get a chance of finishing this under Sapphire. Well, there we go. Somehow that was a gold time. Oh, it's because I guess it. Yeah, I'm thinking what happens is that time I did get was probably Sapphire, but it factors in the box completion at the start, maybe. I feel that's probably more likely. Who the fuck is better? And again, it's one like appears to be a sad state of affairs where the characters who technically are the courses are themed after don't get the first place medals or first place times originally in the trials. Excuse me, a little burpee, as per usual. Almost done with today's episode. There'll be a little something else to show off after we've done this challenge. In the area we explored previously where Oxide was, if you remember, there was a door with 2 key slots, which I intend to show off. And this is another reason why I hate this level, is the CTR and relic challenges for it. And again, it comes down to this blooming ascension. See, like, I do, like, one way and then I try to overcompensate and it just goes poorly. So close! I was like, I've not got this, and then I was like, maybe I have got this. No. Double tap there. I'm glad I got that T out of the way. I'll say that much. There's the R. Hopefully we'll be getting that at a later date. That potion is defying physics and Coco fell right into it. Just a forewarning, don't do what I did and put a potion there. Because chances are you might have to deal with it coming back around. Yes, double tap. Yeah, it's a powerful shortcut. Although the speedrunning one is a lot more powerful. I'll say that. Now we just gotta get to the end. Also, as another tip for this level, which I'll try and demonstrate. No, I fucked that up. The thing I was going to say is, like, try and get that last corner tight. If you get any of them tight on account of you want to make the most of that boost, and hitting the wall on the right hand side, well, hitting any wall, will negate your boost. So just watch out for that, as I just demonstrated there unintentionally by letting the back swing out a bit too far. That piranha plant on the left there that we just passed as well, I also have a really bad habit of driving into that far too often, and I'm quite chuffed I've not gone into it yet, although the Relic challenge is yet to come, so you never know. You never know. I could have just jinxed myself. Relic race. I'm just whipping my hair back and forth. I was not making a musical reference. Please do not associate me with that type of joke telling. And that is not the best start. Oh boy, you can tell this is going to go well. And I think you saw that correctly, that one was expecting you to drive off the map in order to get those boxes. Yeah, they expect you to do some ridiculous stuff to get these. I honestly don't know if it's worth it or not. Oh boy. I don't know if I should try and go for that or not. I know I probably shouldn't, but for the sake of experimentation, I'm going to try and do that on the first lap this time, so I don't cock it up on the second lap and lose over a minute in time. Jesus, I can get that one on another lap and a better timing and angle, I feel. It's not just the problem of missing the one there. I was like, oh, maybe I can get one of them at least. No, missed all of them. And if you miss one, you might as well miss all of them, because you have to do... You're not going to get the box thing again, because you're not going to go out your way to drop through the map again. I didn't double tap that time either, so I don't even have that excuse of like the controller being dodgy, because I have been fairly consistent with double tapping. Again, this is probably something that can be circumvented by having, you know, a TV with low input lag and, you know, an actual working controller, but yeah, I don't have access to those things. I'm gonna get this, I swear to Christ. Oh, but then I've got to do the blooming shortcut ones as well. This is, yeah, like, again, this is why this is my least favorite level. I would actually go as far as to say I hate this level. Look at this level. Well, there we go. A glistening monument of turds to all your glory. 12-second bonus, which you will proceed to fuck up properly like I am now. Case in point. Yeah, you kind of saw that I managed to avoid just about whilst going on the piranha plants. Oh dear. I don't know if hopping is the key there or not. I guess there's also a oh, cock and balls. I was actually doing fairly well there. I guess there's a point where if you hop over it, maybe don't trigger it. In that case, I think it might be a bit like... I think it's Crash 2. There's certain levels where, like, you step on a particular pad and you'll get spitter plants. Oh, I managed to avoid that as well. Yeah, the spitter plants will get that. Actually got everything apart from that one easy one. I am words cannot express my anger. And you know that would have been a platinum time with the discount. Oh. How could this happen to me? Made my mistakes, but life goes on. Oh dear. Baka mitai kodomo nano ne. Yume wo owatte kizutsuite. Fuck my life. Well, that's it for these levels, and I'm gonna pay a little quick visit over here. We'll have a quick look. Ja, Sie going into Sweden, ja? Gratis before the Starken. I don't know if I said that correctly. It was the only Swedish I know, and it should have meant happy birthday was what I was going for. Yes, you should have a quick look at the next area. It's a snow level, and typically snow levels are shit, but some of these snow levels are quite okay in my opinion. Better than some of the other levels, particularly the one that we've just finished. So yeah, we've also got a quick access back to Insanity Beach here. But what I want to go to do is visit the Galactic/Space Zone in Gemstone Valley. I probably could have gone the other way, it would have been shorter. Because there's a 2-key doorway here. Just teasing us earlier. And we go inside and we can't do anything. Hopefully we'll get a prompt here from Aku Aku.
If you collect 4 CTR tokens of this color, you can enter the Gem Cup. Score the most points in the 4 races of the cup to win a gem.
Yeah, so basically this is kind of like a Grand Prix type situation. So when you've got all the CTR tokens, you'll get to enter a cup. you'll get 4 races, and if you get the most points, you don't necessarily have to win all. It certainly helps and makes it a bit more of a sure thing. But if you get the most points, you get the corresponding coloured gem. So red cup, red gem. Fairly simple. Although I think they upped the difficulty of the AIs in that race, if I recall correctly. And it's not like you can take a break between them. It's one and done sort of thing. Well, not one and done. Like you do all 4 races, you just go straight into the next one once you've done the first one. It's one of the more fun times that I've had. I think I drove too close to the boss garage door here.
To access this boss door,
Yeah, and got the tip for it. God damn it. Yeah, but it can be a bit infuriating if you're that close to getting a W and then someone puts you down into 8th. But I mean, it's just something about this game that I like anyway, even though I was frustratedly resetting and going through a couple levels this time round. Still love it. I don't know if that says anything about potential sadist or masochistic tendencies, but who's to say? Anyhow, I'm going to call it quits there. I'm going to go and do some weights. If you're watching it at a later date, thank you for watching. Leave some feedback if you wish. And I'm going to try and... Oh god, I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to transition to my outro screen, which will be all cocked up, and see how bad this is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I fix this on the fly? There's text I have to fix as well. Oh, Jesus. Oh, let's see. Transform. Fit to screen. Again, this is going to be the full bloody... Oh, Jesus Christ alive. This is going to be the full profile picture, which I usually shrink down to make it a bit more... What's the word I'm looking for? Get a bit more value out of it. Where's let me know gone? I'm going to have to... It's not like that. Actually, wait, no. Set to 72 and then I have to do a transform and set it to the center, and then I can reposition from there. Center the screen, is it? Yeah, there we go. I know, I'm getting it. I'm learning on the fly. Power of learning. Anyhow, this is my outro slide, somewhat fixed. I'll be doing a bit more fixing off stream. And tomorrow is Tuesday, so that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Tuesday. I will see people then for... Who rank 3? Is it rank 3? Is it rank 4? Level 4 duels, I think. And yeah, I think I'll also try and do some more duel puzzles. I'm not ready to do the themes yet on account of not having enough good cards for them, but I shall see you around. Goodbye. I'll also work on my voice as well. It needs work.